opportunity that you are giving to us to see this special day. And we don't know we're going to use it. We are praying that it can provide. As you have been seeing, the first slide you can see, looking the self-awareness formation. First slide there, you can see. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Nice one. Welcome everyone. We thank God for the opportunity that He has given us to see another day. We thank God being October, special day to develop awareness. Formation. That is myself, being the Academician Senior Professor, Dr. Chap in General, Ebhoria, House. With the open prayer. Prayer for humility. Oh, Father, give us the humility which realizes His glory, admits His mistake, recognizes its needs, welcome advice, accept rebuke. So sympathize, to build rather than to destroy, and to think of people at their best rather than at this we ask for their name's sake. Amen. In slide 4, this is our mission. We are welcoming every one of us from various countries. In our slide, you can see the contents of the outline. We're going to look at the ijima of self-awareness. We're going to look at the increasing your self-awareness. What are your talents, your speech, and your uniqueness? That's also what is your mission in the organization and your life. Welcome to have a mission. This organization, especially another organization, have a mission in that organization. We're going to look at it. At 5, we're also going to look at outcome, learning outcome. We're going to list 4 benefits of the developing self-awareness for organization mission. We're also going to look at describe 2 ways we can sabotage our own growth. We're going to look at increased personal awareness of values, styles, attitudes to things, personal and spiritual gifts. We're going to look at all those areas. Without gifts for God, we cannot work, cannot do anything. We need God. He has to empower us, to give us health, to find out. Also going to look at these different ways you are different from other members of your organization and group of health school. We're going to also look at the list 3 potential areas, the talents and the gifts are best suited for you, your institution, your organization, life. Feel free to chat me on the manual box for any question. We go to the next slide. Why do I think I can handle this topic as a facilitator? Can they check through my profile, my abridged profile, as you are seeing there. I'm the Vice-Chancellor of IIU-Africa, Country Director. I'm the founder and the CEO of the Academician International. Also the founder of King of Peace School. I also work with the experience of a chancellor of higher institution, work as a major organization advisor in organizations, a certified career counselor, a certified global trainer, certified method development program, a fellow of the institution of data processing management, a fellow of the Institute of Professional Manager and Administration, a fellow in Peace Operation Training Institution, USA, faith formator, a captain, a chairman, doctor in different fields of study, Bachelor of Science, Accounting and Finance, a late theologian, a Master of Business Admin and Marketing, operation in the following specialized courses: Holy Study, Ministry Study, Gender Awareness, Logistics, covering peace support to relief and security operation. Looking at my profile, I feel I can handle the topic right now. We'll go to the next slides. It's going to be an interactive area. Most of the things we are put them on the chat box. Whatever question you want to ask, put them there. Your expectations, also the needs, what you need, the activities that are going to be interactive. Share responsibility for learning and 40-60 rules for instruction and facilitating. Solving approach. Those are the things we are going to look at. Your name, your organization, your institute, and your role. Previous personal skill related training can still put it on the chat box. One expectation from this program you feel you want, put it on the chat box. The question I would like to answer is this: I would like to know more about this. My major interest, this, put it on the chat box. On the chat box. Also going to look at the rules for the irrespective of what we know before. Let us assume we don't do anything so that we'll be able to grab this. That's knowledge. Knowledge is key. You should be able to know one or two things at any given time. To our knowledge. Remember, freedom to choice or to choose. I take what I'm going to give you or not, depends on you. Use opportunity to learn from each other. Learning. Observe. Modern training. Tickets. Phone. Turn off your phone. Punctuality. Listening attentively. Don't be distracted. We're going to enjoy and have. Thank God for this great activity. Go to the next slide. Ejima of self-awareness, developing self-awareness for mission. You are fully welcome. Scoring of self-awareness assessment. Can you bring out your field assessment for an interpretation? The survey, we're going to look at the survey area. Having looked at the survey, we should be able to it's all about. Put it to the chat box. I'm going to answer before we complete this section. Self-awareness assessments. Step 1, take notes. Please respond to the following statements by writing a number scale in the left-hand column, which is called pre-assessment, your answer should reflect your attitude, behavior as they are now, not as you would like them to be. Be honest about it. This instrument is designed to help you discover how self-aware so you can tailor your learning to your specific needs. When you have completed the survey, the scoring key provides to identify the skill areas that are most important for you to master. Step 2, after you have completed the module, cover up your answer set of answers. Cover up your first set of answers. They respond to the same statement again, this time and column called. When you have completed the survey, use the scoring key to measure your progress. The rating scale. Set of questions will be asked, about 11 sets of questions will be asked. You are allowed to provide answer. And the scale, the time you 1, that shows you strongly disagree with what the assessment is saying, down what is being read. 2, you disagree. 3, slightly disagree of those numbers. 4, slightly agree. And 5, agree. And 6, strongly agree. Strongly disagree. As I'm asking, I'm reading the question, you put there. If it is 1 you think, say strongly disagree. Slightly disagree. 4, slightly agree. And 6, strongly agree. I'm going to start now the assessment. Number 1, seek information after my strengths and weakness from others as a base for self-improvement. To 6, you strongly disagree? Do you disagree? 2, slightly disagree? 3, and strongly agree. 2, assessment 2. When I receive negative feedback about myself from others, I do not get angry or defensive. Among the points there, score yourself 1, 2, 5, 6. When 3, improve and willing to be disclosing to others, to share my feelings. 4, I'm aware of my personal information. 5, how to be emotional. That how situation yours
Hello? Hello, sir.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir. Are you getting my voice?
Yeah. Let me start. Okay. Not. Very sorry.
No
The
problem,
one
sir.
has
You
been
can
so
start
funny.
again.
Very sorry. Yeah. So continue. Sorry about that.
No problem, sir.
Our network is so funny. So, just like I was saying, we are looking at the area, the survey question. Just like, let me just start from that survey, something, the survey question. I think weakness as a base of improvements. Have a look at the rating. Number one, strongly disagree. Two, disagree. Four, slightly agree. Five, agree. Six, strongly agree. Having noted this, you look at the area as I'm answering, you now pick, put it on the chat box. 3, 4, 5, 6, depending on the question asked. Number two question, when I receive negative feedback about myself from others, I'm not angry or defensive. Number three, in order to improve, I am willing to be self-disclosing to others my belief and feelings. Four, I'm aware of my personal unique process information. What means your ability. Six, I have a good sense of cope with ambiguous. Seven, well-developed set of standards, principles that guides my behavior. Eight, the charge of happens to me and bad. I seldom, if ever, feel angry, depressed, or anxious without knowing why. I'm conscious of the area in which conflict most frequently arise in my interaction with others. 11, I have a close personal relation with whom information and personal feelings. This you score up to pick between 1 to 6. 1 agree, disagree. 3 is slightly agree, 5 is agree, and 6 is strongly agree. I'm going to look at now. Let us look at your skill. Depends on which one you have taken. The next slide that tells us about the studies data. We can see the skills, the key skills area, self and feedback. Looking at that now, you can now see number 1, which is one of sorts. See my strengths from others as a movement. That shows a skill of what? Of self-disclosure. Back. 2, also, when I receive myself from others, I do not or defensive. That shows you have that self-disclosure to feedback. Number 3 also, I am willing to be self-disclosed to others. That is, to share my number 9 too. Number 9 assessment also say, I somebody if ever feel angry, depressed, and anxious. Why? Look at that. I'll be able to people so that people can help. And number 11 said, I have a close person with at least one person with whom I can share passion and personal feelings. The key of self-disclosure and openness to feedback. The other skill, the skill of awareness of all emotional intelligence, change orientation, for self-evaluation. So let us look at number 4 of it. Number 4, look at 4. Assessment 4 is telling us of my personal cognitive style and how I process information. Look at that. So I have a good grasp of what it means to be emotionally mature, straight that capability. Number 6, I have a good sense of how to ambiguous and uncertain. Question 7, I have a well-developed personal standard and principle that guide my behavior. 8, I feel in charge of what happens, good or bad. 10, I am of the areas in which conflicts, friction, so looking at that now, those are the skills you look and you see. By the time you score yourself, you might, you are open. The first that you are open, you are sincere, but After much training, you see, go there and be scoring yourself. Before you know, you are there. You will correct yourself. But if you are not scoring you who you are, only difficult yourself. But this to examine yourself to know who you are in the area of self-awareness assessment. Next slide. Our emotional intelligence assessment. Looking at assessments, please, each item selecting the one alternative that is most likely to be response respond to this kind of situation. Not they like to respond to. No correct answer of the most useful if adequate assessment of your typical behavior. Mark only one answer per item. So you need to, as in, you need to give yourself that assessment, not yourself, be truth about it. And do that development that your approach to people, so that you in the area of emotional intelligence. So let's look at one say when I get the upside, the ABC. Let's see. A. Analyze why I am so. B. Blow up and let us steam. Hide and remain calm. Look at that. So take down on the chatbot. When I really upset, what do you do? When you get upset, what do you do? So if that's your point, just put A for assessment. Or B, I blow up and let I need and remain calm. I remain calm. Which one is your? Just put it down. Number 2, in which a colleague states in public for my work, A, let it slide and do nothing in order to avoid confrontation. B, later in private indicate that I would appreciate being given credit for my work and idea. Thank the person in public referring my work and idea, elaborate on my contribution. So put it down. Just be frank about it. Put it down in the chat box. Number 3, when I approach another person to strike up a conversation, but the other person doesn't respond, what do you do? The other person try to speak with that, the person doesn't want to answer you. What do you do? A, I try to share up the person by sharing a phone. B, I ask the one talk about what's on his or her mind. C, when I approach, the network is so funny. I don't know. God will help me. When I approach another person and try to have a conversation, but the other person doesn't respond, what do you do when another person doesn't respond? You try to strike the balance, but the person, what do you do? I cheer up the person by sharing a funny story. A funny story to bring the slides. Hello.
Sir.
Okay. Is it true now? Is it okay now?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. Just like I was saying,
Okay.
when I enter the social, number 4. When I enter a social group, I usually wait for me. Some compliment I can one. Is a way to be of the or source of and fun. What do you sit on the chat box? Assessment 4. Show your emotional intelligence assessment. That's what you do. I mean 5. On important issue, actually on that issue, what do you do? A, make up own mind in opinion. I make up my own opinion. B, weigh both and discuss it with others. C, I listen to friends and make the same decision. The next slide. Slide 16. Assessment 6. Someone I do not particularly like because and tries to be close to me. What do you do? Someone you don't like, trying to come close, and what do you at that moment? A is saying, tell that person directly that I'm not. B is saying, responding by being, I respond by being what? By being friendly. Being aloof. C is saying, I know that person and try to avoid him. I know. Pick and write on the chat box which one you, whether between A and B and C. Number 7, when I am in the company of two people who have diametrically opposing points about an issue, for example, politics, abortion, war, and are arguing about it. What they are arguing about, what do you do? And A is saying, find something upon which they can both agree and emphasize it. B is saying, encourage the verbal battle. Encourage the verbal battle. 3 is saying, C is that they stop arguing and calm down. Put it in the chat box among ABC. What do you do? You talking about politics, about abortion, about war, and they were arguing, saying, I find something of which they can both emphasize it. B saying, I encourage the verbal battle. Saying, I suggest stop arguing and calm down. Okay, let us look at emotion. when I am playing a sport and the games come down, a last second performance, what do I do? A, I get nervous and hope that I don't choke. Okay, assessment 9. Situation in which I have an important and need if work early. Hello? But my colleagues asked me to stay. My colleagues asked me to stay.
Yes, sir.
Am I okay? But my colleagues asked me to meet a deadline. When you are in that situation, in a situation in which I have an important obligation and needs to leave work early, but my colleague asked me to stay to meet a deadline, I will say, cancel my obligation and stay, complete the deadline. B, exaggerate by telling my colleague, I have an emergency that I can. You exaggerate it a bit, and you tell you have an emergency that I can see. You require some compensation for missing the obligation. Put it on the chat box. Down. Number 10, assessment. In which another person begin to at me. Somebody start begin angry and being yelling on you. What do you do? One, A, I don't take from A. I work. It does not. That's B. C. And then try to discuss the issue. Put on the chat box. How do you approach it? These 2-3 areas. Which one is the assessment level? When I encounter someone who experience a major loss or tragedy, when I encounter someone who has just experienced major loss or tragedy, and A, I really don't know what to do or say. B, I tell the person I feel very sorry and to provide support. C, I share a time when a similar loss or tragedy. Assessment 12. When someone makes racist joke or tell a crude story about a member of the opposite sex in miscommunication, I usually do what? Somebody come and tell a story, tell something, a joke, play a joke about his colleagues in a company. What do you do? A, this is inappropriate and not acceptable, and then check. I know you don't see what think of what he and see how we can help see the scoring points, the area we can come on board. The next slide, which is a emotional scoring key. Emotional intelligence as scoring key. Note, this statement below are according to the key dimension of emotional it's being assessed. Number next to each planet of points to so alternative add the point as assessed earlier. Note, that us to know that from the emotional intelligence assessment, that is from this intelligence assessment, which we did earlier, from this assessment, the following skills are discovered. Skills: emotional control, emotional balance, emotional that which is called empathy. These are the three keys that we have been have. From the intelligence, emotional intelligence, we're going to look at from the assessment of emotional intelligence. That question is being let us look at emotional intelligence. Awareness is all about things question. Like number one is intelligence question. Awareness. Like this one. When I get really assess or analyze why I am so disturbed, I blow up and let off steam. I hide it and remember. We're going to know now from A, B, C. Now, like number emotional awareness, one is saying A has 10 points. A has, what is that A? The A is saying, I am so disturbed. Why B has no, what is B? B is saying, I blow up and C is saying, has no point two. Has no point. I hide it and remain calm. That the right answer there is now analyze why I'm tough. Explanation. Let us explain. A, which is alternative A, indicate that you are of words on side emotionally. Looking about number 5 is also number 5. Number 5 emotion. On important, I usually make up my own mind and in others' opinion. B is saying weigh both sides and discuss it with others. C is saying, listen to my friend and colleagues and make this decision they do. So the answer there is now, when you look at it very critically, you now see that A has 5 points, which is make up my own mind and ignore others' opinion. While B has 10 points, which says, I weigh both sides and discuss it with others before making a decision. Why C? No points. Let us now explain that A and B. Okay? A and B. Explanation. Alternative A may be own, no other opinion, be okay. If about your part, alternative B, which says, I weigh both sides and others before making a decision. In the case that you are aware of positive points of view, look at that. Look at emotional awareness, assessment 9, assessment 9. Assessment situation in which I have an important obligation to leave work early, but my colleagues ask me to, I would probably say, cancel my obligation and stay to complete that deadline. Exaggerate a bit by telling my colleagues that I have an emergency that I can't miss. C requires compensation for missing obligation. I will look at this now. I'm saying from the scoring point that from the same point, we are now saying that yes, alternative C, that is alternative, which is alternative awareness, emotional awareness in that area. We look at the issue of alternative. Okay. Okay. Alternative A may be okay if we are clear. Yes. Alternative C includes that your own emotional reaction and compensation for the cognitive offset it creates. Looking at that area now, we cannot see the difference. There's a great gap in it. In a situation, obligation, look at that, an important obligation. Only alternative C is 10. In the case that your own emotional reaction and will require compensation for the inevitable offset. Look at that. Look at the other aspect of assessment in the emotional intelligence assessment, which is, that is to say, we are looking at empathy. So empathy. Area of empathy, we are looking at assessment level. Assessment 3 said, when I approach another person and try to strike a person, the person respond. I try to do what? Do what? Depends. You try to A, try to share up person by sharing a funny story. A has 5 points and B has 10 points. We said, I asked the person if he wants to talk about what's on his or her own. Why C is saying, I leave the alone and find someone else to, which has a what? Has no mark, has no point at all, has no point. So let us look at the explanation of that. The explanation of it now is may be appropriate in some circumstances, but alternative B indicates sensitivity to sensitive emotional issue on the part of the person. When we also look here, 7, question 7. I am in company of two people. In company of two people, dramatically opposing points. Go to that area. 7. When I am in company of people who are dramatically opposing points about an issue, for example, politics, abortion, war, are arguing about it, I do. Find some upon which they can both agree and emphasize on it. And B is saying, I encourage the verbal battle. C is saying, suggest that they stop arguing and calm down. They should do what? Stop arguing, calm down. So what are we seeing here? They indicate an ability to recognize different emotions, but not the network is so funny. Can you present the slide so that I can you present the slide? Hello? 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 Are you with me? Are you hearing me?
Yes. Hello, sir.
Are you hearing me? I hope you hearing me. The network has been so funny. Can you issue on the network?
Okay, sir.
Is he on board?
Yes, yes.
Okay. The slide has been so. Okay. As I was saying, on that slide 18, emotional diagnosis is what is called empathy skill. They found both assessment in question 3, 7, and 4 and 11. Which here, when we look at question 3, which says, question 3 says, when I approach another person and try to strike balance by conversation, I try to share up the person by sharing a funny story. Ask the person if he or she wants to talk about what on his or her mind, or leave the person alone and find someone else to. You can now see it now. A has point, B has point, and C has 0 points. In the sense that alternative A may be appropriate. Alternative A may be appropriate in some circumstances, but alternative B indicates sensitivity to possible emotional issue on the part of the other person. Well, when we look at number 7 is also when I am in company of two people who are dramatically opposed point of view about an issue. For example, politics, abortion, are arguing about it. A is find something upon which they can both agree and emphasize on it. He said encourage the verbal battle, and C said suggest that they stop arguing and calm. And looking at the assessment, has 10 points. We said find something upon which they can both agree and emphasize on it. And B is saying as a 5 points too, which says encourage the verbal. C is saying which is suggest that stop arguing and calm. Explanation, alternative A indicates different emotion, but not let them get carried away. Alternative B acknowledge emotional perspective, but may or emotional maturity. Alternative C does not engage emotional commitment. Look at that. And when we look at level, talks, when I encounter someone experience, I says really don't know what to do. Person, I feel very sorry. Try to provide support. Share time when experience is a tragedy. We can now see from expert now, A, which is saying they don't know what to do, has no point. And B, tell the person very sorry and try to provide, has 10 points and 0 points. You can now see from it. Only alternative, tell the person I feel sorry and try person's, that shows that feeling is, that shows have that empathy. Without feeling, empathy cannot. It is when you have that empathy for that person, which has showcased itself here now. Okay, looking at the other aspects. The next one we have to look at slide 19. Slide 19 is the other emotion of control, which is called which you call balance. In that area now, we can see there are two things we need to note from the assessment. Assessment 2, assessment 6, and assessment 10. What is assessment 2 saying? Assessment 2 is saying in a situation in which I will probably A is saying let it slide, and in order to avoid confusion, saying which assessment O, that shows nobody, there are no points. And B later I would appreciate being given credit for my work and idea, which has 5 points. And number C is saying, take the person in public for referencing my work and ideas, elaborate on my contribution. 10 points. That shows that in explaining it, alternative C, which implies that you are confident enough to handle the situation on the spot. Whereas on the B, which has 5 points, B, which has what? 5 points. He's saying later in private indicate that I would appreciate being given credit for my work and idea. Looking at that. So that area of B confront the issue, but not in the presence of those affected. Confronted the issue, but in the presence of those affected. So let us look at the assessment 6. When someone that I do not particularly like becomes and try to become close to me, I actually, what do you do? A is saying has 10 points. Say, tell that person directly that I am not interested. Tell that person has points. While B, from our scoring key, has 5 points. The 5 points say, which is B, respond by cool or aloof. While C is saying, know that person and try to avoid him or her, which has a 0 points. Explain it. Alternative A, which has the that person directly that I am not interested, is honest. If it's not fully and avoid being harsh. If it is done, being harsh. While alternative B, which says what? Alternative B has 5 points. Yes, alternative B has 5 points. Which say respond by being friendly, but cool and aloof. Look at that. Lies on the other person's getting an indirect hints. Indirect what? Hints. So let us look at number 10 to 10. Control, which is emotional balance. In a situation in which another person becomes very angry and begins yelling at me, what do I do? I get angry in return. I don't take that from anyone. Looking at that assessment now, it's showing 0, no points. Let us look at B, walk away. It doesn't do any good to argue. It's showing no points. Let us look at C, listen first and then try to discuss the issue, has 10 points. Can now see only alternative C demonstrate emotional control, which is very, very good. Only that C that demonstrates it. Let us look at the next emotionally assessment, intelligent assessment, which is a emotional response. In the emotional response, we look at assessments 4, 8, and 12. What is 4 saying? 4 is saying, when I entered a social group, I usually remain quiet and wait for people to talk to me. Remain quiet and do what? And wait for people to talk to me. From the scoring key, it has 0. B, he said, try to find something complimentary I can tell someone, which has what? 10 points. Why C, find ways to be the life of the party and the source of energy and fun. Look at that explanation. Alternative A and C may indicate that you are not sensitive to the emotional of the, and your behavior may be. So let us look at assessment 8. Assessment 8, when I am playing a sport and the game comes down to my last second performance, what do? A has no point, which is get very nervous and hope that I don't choke. Look at that, has no points. Let us look at B. See this as an opportunity to shine. It has only 5 points. See this as an opportunity, has only 5 points. So let us look at the C, stay focused and give it my best. Look at that. Stay focused and give it my best. Explanation, which has 5 points, that says 5 points, that says see this as an opportunity to shine, has 5 points, may be appropriate if isn't a sign of narcissism. Look at that. But alternative C, which shows that focus and give it my best, is clearly an indication of emotional control. So let us look at assessment 12. Assessment 12. Assessment 12 says, when someone makes drastic joke or tell a great story about a member of the opposite sex in midst, point out is inappropriate and not acceptable, and then change subjects. A has what? 10 points. 5B says, ignore it so I don't cause a sin, has 0 points. 1B is saying, get really upset and tell the person what I think, what he. Looking at that explanation, when alternative B, ignore it so I don't cause any sin. Look at that. Ignore it. Say, what applies losing emotional control, whereas A indicates in or remain under control. You see, under what? Control. You have that A, whereas A indicates remain under a control, which is point out that this is inappropriate and not acceptable, and then change the subject. Change the subject immediately. So let us look at the next one that said about a cognitive style indicator. Cognitive style indicator. That is we have 19. Slide 19. That slide, no, sorry, slide 21. Slide 21. Okay, cognitive style indicator assessment. This instrument assesses the way you gather, evaluate information, and make decisions. There are no right or wrong answer, and the accuracy of your result will depend on the extent to which you honestly answer each question. Please use the following scale in responding to each item. What are the scale like? If you take scale number 1.1, that's a totally disagree. 2, disagree. 3, neither agree nor disagree. 4, agree. And 5, totally agree. Take note of that. Those are the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to read it. So you put down, take down each of the assessments, you take down. Agree, totally disagree, 1. Disagree, 2. If you agree, no, 4. If you agree, 5. If you agree, 4. If you totally agree, 5. Take note of that. Those are the points you should take note now. So 1, developing a clear is very important to which one you want. Total disagreed, neither agree, no, disagree, agree, or totally agree. 2, I like to contribute to innovative solutions. 3, I always want to know what should be done and when. 4, I prefer to look at creative solutions. 5, I want to have a full understanding of a problem. I like detailed action plan. I'm motivated by ongoing innovation. I to analyze problem. 9, I prefer a clear structure to do my job. 10, I like a lot of variety in my life. 11, so you pick. 1, total disagreement. 2, disagreed. 3, neither agree nor disagree. 4, agree. 5, totally agree. Meeting with a clear agenda. Pick 1 to 5. Which one? 13, new ideas attracts me more than existing solution. 14, I study each problem until I understand the logic. 15, I make definite appointments and follow up closely. To extend boundaries. 17, I love tasks. A good task is well prepared task. 18, I try to avoid routine. Take note of all those I said. Let us look at the scoring points. When you look at the cognitive style indicator, scoring key, there are 2 skills we are going to get from the assessment. Knowing style, skill, and also insight skill. When we talk of knowing style skill, we look at 5. Assessment 5, we look at 5. 5 is saying, I want to have a full understanding of a problem. Yes, knowing style skill, you have that knowing style skill. When we look at 8, I like to analyze problem. When you look at 11 also, 11 is telling you, I engage in detailed analysis. And 14 is also saying, I study each problem until I understand the logic. I don't know the knowing style skill from the assessments. We will not divide our score. We will not add our scores and divide it by 4. That is knowing skill, style skill, divided by 4. Number 1, which is very important to me. Clear plan is very important to me. That is number 1. That shows the planning skill, style skill. Number 3, I always want to know what should be done and when. Planning, style skill. Number 6, he said, I like detailed action plans. That is planning. Number 6, number 9, he said, I prefer a clear structure to do my job. That is high skill. Number 12, we look at a well plan with a clear agenda. Number 15, I make appointments and follow up meticulously. Number 17, a good task is well prepared task. I haven't known that of planning skill, style skill. You not add all the scores together and divide cognitive style indicator. We look at that, the skill you get again, the third skill, which is in style. 2, I would contribute to what? innovative. Look at conclusion. 7. Look at motivated by action of he say new attracts me more than existing solution. That is your creating skill. Number 18 is saying, number 16 is saying, I like to extend the boundaries. That is, you have that creating. And he said, I try to avoid routine. I will know the creating style skill. You now add all your scores and divided by 7. That is the cognitive style indicator. Move to the next one. The next one, the other slide of 23 is showing locus of control scale assessment. Locus of control scale assessment. What is it about? This questionnaire assesses your opinion about certain issues, your opinion about certain issues. Each item consists of a pair of alternatives marked with A and B. Select the alternative with which you most agree. Yeah, these are called distractions. We thank God for everything. Just like I said, locus of control scale assessment. This question assesses the opinion about certain issues. Each item consists of a pair of alternative marked with A or B. Select the alternative with which you most agree. Hello? 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 Network has been so. Hello? Hello? Just like we are saying, we have been saying, only the network has been so funny. Anyway, we still thank God. Just as I was saying, we are in a locus of control scale assessments. As I earlier said, this questionnaire assesses your opinion about certain issue. Each item consists of a pair of alternatives marked A or B. Select the alternative with which you most agree. If you believe both alternatives to some extent, select the with which you most strongly agree. If you do not believe either alternative, mark the one with which you least strongly disagree. Since it is an assessment of opinion, there are obviously no right or wrong answers. When you have finished each item, turn to the scoring key at the end of the chapter for instructions on how to tabulate the results and for comparison data. So having looked at that, let us look at the analysis. Let us now assess it now. Take note, it only has A and B. You have to choose the best one. The best one you feel that is best. Like question A is saying, leaders are born, not. That is what A is saying. A. B is saying, leaders are made, not born. Which one is the right one? And write it on the chat box. And question B, question 2 of the locus of control assessment, scale assessment, is saying, A is saying, people often succeed because they are in the right place and at the right time. And B is saying, success is mostly determined on hard work and ability. Question 3, A is saying, when things go wrong in my life, it's only because I have made mistake. B is saying, misfortune occur in my life regardless of what I do. 4A is saying, whether there is a war or not depends on the actions of certain world leaders. B is saying, it is inevitable that the war will continue to experience wars. Assessment 5, A say good children are mainly products of good parents. B say some children turn out bad no matter how their parents behave. Assessment 6A say my future success depends mainly on circumstances I cannot control. And B say I am the master of my fate. Assessment 7A is saying history judges certain people to have been effective leaders mainly because circumstances made them visible and successful. B is saying effective leaders are those who have made decisions or taken action that resulted in significant contributions. Assessment 8A is saying avoiding punishing children guarantees that they will grow up irresponsible. B is saying spanking children is never appropriate. 9A is saying I often feel I have influence over the direction my life is taking. And the B is saying it is unnecessary, unreasonable to believe fate or luck plays a crucial part in how life turns out. You take the one that you feel is appropriate. Write it on the chat box. Give your 10, assessment 10 is saying some customers will never be satisfied no matter how hard they try. No, assessment 11A, 11B, 11A, assessment 11 is saying anyone can get good grades in school by working hard enough. Some people are never going to excel in school, no matter how hard they try. Let us look at that assessment 10. Some customer will never be satisfied, no matter what they do. Why be saying you can satisfy customer by giving them what they want when they want it, what they want, when they want it. So 11, anyone can get grade in school by working hard enough. And B say some people in school, which is the best answer? Put it on the chat box. Assessment 12 is saying a good marriage results when both partners continually work on their relationship. While 12B is saying some marriages are going to fail because the partner are just incompatible. Pick the best one between A and B. Put on the chat box. 13 is saying, I am confident that I can improve my basic management skill through learning and practicing. And B of it is saying, it is a waste of time to try to improve management skill in a classroom. We'll go to the next slide to continue the session. We look at 14. 14 saying more management skill courses should be taught in business schools. While the B part is saying less emphasis should be put on skills in business schools. 15A is saying when I think back on the good things that happened to me, I believe they happened mainly because of something I did. While B said the best thing that have happened in my life have mainly resulted from circumstances outside control. Pick the one you feel that is okay within the two. 16, A part of the exam I took in school were unconnected to the material I had studied. So studying hard didn't help at all. Why 16B, he said, when I prepare well for exam in school, I generally did quite well. Between A and B, pick the one you feel that is over it. Number 17, A, he said, I am sometimes influenced astrological chart says. B say, no matter how the star I end up my own destiny. Look at that. Sometimes influenced by what my astrological chart says. B say, no matter how the star are lined up, I can determine my own destiny. 18, A say, when government is so big that it is very difficult to have an impact on what happened. B say, single individuals can have a real influence on politics if they will speak up and let their wishes be known. While 19 is saying, 19A is saying, people seek responsibility in work. While B is saying, people try to get away with as little as they can, which is the best. Put it on the chat box. Assessment 20. Popular people seem to have a special inherent charisma that attract them. B is saying, some children turn out bad no matter how their parents behave. 21 is saying, 21A, things over I have little control just seems to occur in my life. While B is saying, most of the time I feel responsible for the outcome I produce. Assessment 22 is saying, managers, A is saying, managers who improve their personal competence will succeed more than those who do not improve. Hello, Your Excellency. How are you?
Hello, sir.
Network has been so funny. But thank I'm bored.
Problem. So no problem.
I'm around now. Let me see. Make me a nose there. Let me continue with it. The network has been so big. Make me host.
Wait.
Co-host.
Wait.
Co-host.
Wait.
Put me co-host.
Done.
Okay. Very sorry, Your Excellencies. The network has been so funny. I don't know, but we thank God for everything. Actually, that the area of locus of control, scale assessment, that is what we have been looking at. And we have been able to read up, assess it up to which you said you should take note of A and B, just two assessments there in each of the assessments. Like we're in 22, assessment 22. Managers improve competence will succeed more than those who do not improve. That is A part. And the B is now telling us management success has very little to do with the competence possessed by the individual manager. Hello? Hello? Okay. Y23 is saying team that championship in most sports are usually the team that in the end have the most lucky. Why B of it is saying of 23 is saying the slide is not there. Let me see. I hope the slide is on there.
You can continue, sir.
The slide is not there.
Okay.
I've not seen the slide. Is the slide on now? Are you seeing the slide? Okay, the slide is back.
Okay, sir.
Just like I was saying, the teams that win championship in most sports are the team that in the end have the most. Why B of B say more often than not, teams that win championship are those with the most talented players. Why 24 is saying 24A is saying work business is a prerequisite to success. Why the B of it is saying individual effort is the best. Why 25A is saying some are just lazy and can't be motivated to work hard, no matter what they do. Why the B of 25, you are a skillful work more efforts. Okay, 5. You can put it on the slide on the 26 is saying A in long prove this country's economic strength through responsible action. While the B is saying health of this country is slightly beyond the control of which one is the best. 27A is saying I am persuasive when I know I am right. B is saying I can persuade most people, even when I am not sure I am the best one. 28A is saying I tend to plan ahead and generate steps to accomplish the goals that I have set. And B of it saying I someday plan things generally turn out okay anyway. And 29, something A is saying something are just meant to be. We can change anything in our life, persistence and ability. So let us look of locus of control scale. This key. If I the scoring key, looking at the scoring, to count up the number of items you selected from the list below. Look at the items selected from the list below. In 2A now, out of the 2A and B, in number 2, A was chosen among A and B. A said people opted because they are in the right place at the right time. Why 3B out of it's misfortune occur in my life, regardless of what I do. Look at that. Why in 4, B is taken. B is saying it is word words. Why in 5 assessment, B is taken. On how their parents behave. 6, A is my future success depends mainly on circumstances I cannot control. Once A is taken, history judges people to have been effective leader mainly because circumstances are visible successful. In 8 is not because it can counted. If 1 and 8 is not taken, that is it. Focus on the reality. That's what we're looking at. That is why 8 is not there. Like not there. Leaders are born, not made. And B say leaders are made, not born. The same thing with 2. Avoiding punishing children guarantees that or irresponsible. Sparking children is never. It is not taken among these. We say local control scale assessment. But let us look at the 9 taken between A and B. It's saying A is saying A has been taken in A, B, and A. I often feel I have influence over the direction my life is taking. And in 10, A is taken. Some customers will never be satisfied, no matter how hard they try. Those that have been writing it in the chat box, you should take note of what we are saying now. The answer to those ones I say. He's saying some people are never going to excel in school, no matter how hard. And 12 has taken B instead of A. Some marriages are going to fail because they are taking B too. It is a waste of time to try to improve management skill in a classroom. 14 is not there. The question A, more management skills courses should be taught in business school. And B saying less emphasis should be put in skills in business. It's not here. But rather 15 is here. Out of A and B in 15, B is taken. The best thing that have happened in my life mainly resulted from circumstances outside my control. See, A is taken. Many exams I took in school unconnected to the material. So studying hard didn't help at all. In 17, what is taken? A. I am sometimes my psychological assess. 18 says, when government is so, A is taken. When government is so that it is difficult for one person to have an impact on what happens. It's taken. The most popular people seem to have a special inherent charisma that are people to them. 21, A is taken. Things over which I have little control not to occur in my life. 22, B is very little to do with the competence by the individual manager. 23, A is taken. Team that wins championship in most sports are usually the team that have the most luck. Why 24 is not here? And 24 question is 24 assessment. Teamwork in business is prerequisite. The aspect is said individual is the best hope. 25, in 25, A is taken. Some workers are just lazy and be motivated to work hard, no matter what you do. And A is taken in 26. The economic of this country is slightly beyond the control of individuals. 27, not taken here. And 7, I am persuasive when I know I am safe, even when I'm not, I am right. 28, B is taken. I seldom plan ahead because things generally turn out meant to be. Some things are just meant to be. Looking at this, we'll now total the scores. Looking at the scores now, we'll now see that there are some numbers that are not there. I want to go and make research. Why those numbers are not there? What are those numbers? Among the number here in the scoring key, 8, 1, 8, 14, 19, 20. Why are they not there? Put it on the chat box. We look at the next slide that tells us about the tolerance of ambiguity skill assessments. What is this all about? Please respond. You agree or disagree with them. Fill in the blanks with the number from the skill that best represents your evaluation on the items. The scoring key is at the end of the chapter. What are the rates like? 1, if you take 1, that shows that you strongly disagree. If you take 2, you moderately disagree. You pick 3, you slightly disagree. You pick 4, you not agree, nor disagree. You pick 5, you slightly agree. You pick 6, moderately agree. And you pick 7, you strongly agree. What are the assessments like? Intolerance of ambiguity scale assessment. An expert who doesn't come up with a definite answer probably don't know too much. Do you strongly disagree, or moderately disagree, or slightly disagree, or neither agree nor disagree, or slightly agree, or moderately agree, or strongly agree. 1 to 7, you pick. Put it on the chat box. We are going to look at it together in the course stocky. 2, I would like to live in a foreign country for a while. You strongly disagree, moderately disagree, slightly disagree, never agree, no disagree, agree, moderately agree, and strongly agree. 3, there is really no such thing as problem that cannot be solved. 4, people who fit their life to a schedule probably miss most of the joy of living. 5, a good job is one where what is to be done and how to be done are always clear. 6, it is more fun to tackle a complicated problem than to solve a simple. In the long run, it is possible to get more done by tackling small, simple problems rather than large and complicated ones. Eight, often the most interesting stipulating people are those who doesn't mind being different and original. 9, what we are used to always preferable to what is unfamiliar. 10, people who insist upon a yes or no answer just doesn't know how to complicate things really are. 11, a person who lives an even regular life in which few surprises or unexpected happenings arise really has a lot to be grateful for. 12, many of our most important decisions are based upon insufficient information. 13, I like parties where I know most of the people more than ones where all and most of the people are complete strangers. 14, teachers or supervisors who hand out vague assignments or vague assignments one a chance to show initiative and originality. 19, the sooner we all acquire similar value or idea, the better. 16, a good teacher is one who makes you wonder about your way of looking at things. We look at the next slide, the scoring key, tolerance of ambiguity scale. Let us look at the scoring key. Note, high scores indicate an intolerance of ambiguity. Having high intolerance means that you tend to perceive situation as threatening rather as I was saying, it's in the network. Ambiguity arises from three primary sources: novelty, complexity, and insolubility. These three subscales are measured by the instrument. In scoring the instrument, the even number items must reverse the even number as I was saying, these three subscales are measured by the instruments. In the instrument, the even numbered items must be reversed. That is, 7 becomes 1, 6 becomes 2, 5 becomes 3, 3 becomes 5, 2 becomes 6, and 1 becomes 7. After revising the appropriate item, sum all the 16 items to get your score. Note, the following ambiguity in the above survey question includes the following: novelty. We can get that from assessment 2, 9, 11, and 13. Novelty, let us look at 2. 2 is saying, I would like to live in a foreign country for a while. We are looking at tolerance of ambiguity assessment. We are scoring it. And 2 is saying that it's part of a novelty. Why also of novelty is saying that what we are used to is always preferable to what is unfamiliar. And 11 is saying a person who leads an evil regular life in which few surprises or unexpected happenings arise really has a lot to be grateful for. That's novelty. 13 is saying, I like parties where I know most of the people more than ones where all or most of the people are complete strangers. From the assessment also, look at the complexity. Complexity are assessments there, which can find it in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 14, and 16. When we look at 4, what is he saying in the complexity? He's saying that people who fit their lives to a schedule probably miss most of the joy of living. And what is 5 saying? A good job is one where what is to be done on how it is to be done are always clear. Complexity also can be found in 6. 6 is saying it is more fun to tackle a complicated problem to solve a simple one. 7 is also saying assessment is saying in the long run, it is possible to get more done by tackling small, simple problems rather than large and complicated ones. 8 is saying which is complexity. Is saying often the most interesting and stimulating people are those who don't mind being different and original. 10 is saying people who insist upon a yes or no answer just don't know how complicated things really are. 14, complexity is also a person who lives an evil, regular life in which few surprises, unexpected happening arise, really has a lot to be grateful for. Complexity 14 saying teachers or supervisors who hand out vague assignments give one a chance to show initiative, originality, complexity. And the last one is 16. A good teacher is one who makes you wonder about your way of looking at things. You'll be wondering how you are looking at things. That's a good teacher. Just like what we are doing now. Those people will look at it, what is this man trying to do? For those who understand, we understand. But second day, I know you get it clearly. This is just a survey, but second day you get it clearly. But let us finish today. We have some time to end it. While insolubility scores include 1, 3, and 12. Insolubility. When you talk of 1, look at 1 now. An expert who doesn't come up with a definite answer probably doesn't know too much. Insolubility. 3, there is really no such thing as a problem that can't be solved. That's insolubility. When we look at 12 also, say many of our most important decisions are based upon insufficient information. That is insolubility. And look at it from the chart there. N represents novelty, and C complexity, and inability I. You can see where stress there. We look at the next one, which is a slide 28. We look at the core self-evaluation scale, CSES assessment. What is this one saying? Below are several statements with which you may agree or disagree. Using the response scale below indicates your level of agreement or disagreement with each statement. What are the rating scale? 1, you strongly disagree. 2, you disagree. 3, you naturally, you are being neutral. 4, you agree. 5, you what? Strongly agree. These are the points you're going to take note, the scale you are going to use in this assessment of core self-evaluation skill assessment. Question assessment 1 is saying, I am confident I get the success I deserve in life. I am confident I get the success I deserve in life. Why 2? Assessment 2 is saying, sometimes I feel deprived. I feel depressed. I feel depressed. So do you agree? Do you strongly agree? Do you disagree? Do you agree? Do you strongly agree? Are you neutral about it? 3, when I try, I generally succeed. When I try, I generally succeed. Do you disagree? Do you agree? Do you strongly or disagree? 4, sometimes when I fail, I feel worthless. When I feel worthless. 5, I complete tasks successfully. I complete tasks successfully. 6, sometimes I do not feel in control of my work. I do not feel in control of my work sometimes. Do you agree? Do you strongly disagree? Do you disagree? Do you strongly disagree? Are you neutral about it? Assessment 7. Overall, I am satisfied with myself. Overall, I am satisfied with myself. Put it on the chat box. 8, I am filled with doubts about my competence. I am filled with doubts about my competence. Assessment 9, I determine what will happen in my life. Do you strongly disagree? Do you disagree? Are you neutral about it? Are you agree? Do you strongly agree? I do not feel, number 10, I do not feel in control of my success in my career. 11, I am capable of coping with most of my problems. And 12, there are times when things look pretty bleak and hopeless to me. Look at the scoring key. The scoring key of core self-evaluation scale, SCES. Sum your scores for all 12 items, making certain that you reverse your scores for items, even number. That is 2, 4, 6, 4, 8, 10, and 12. That is, for those items, 1 becomes what? 5. For those items, 2 becomes 4. For those items, 4 becomes 2. For those items, 5 becomes 1. Then divide the sum by 12 to produce an average core self-evaluation scale score. Divide the sum 12 to produce an average core self-evaluation scale score. So we are looking at what here now? 1 becomes 5. You reverse it. And 2 becomes 4. And 4 becomes 2. And 5 becomes 1. From the question being asked, we can now see, like number 1 of it is not reversed. Number 2 is reversed. Number 4 is reversed. Assessment 5 is not reversed. Assessment 6 is reversed. Assessment 8 is reversed. Assessment 10 is reversed. Assessment 12 is reversed. We can now see all the reverse from all those, something like 1 now. I am confident I get the success I deserve in life. But 2 that is reversed. Sometimes I feel depressed. It's reversed. That is what we call the core self-evaluation. When I try, I generally succeed. It's not reversed. But 4 is reversed. Sometimes when I fail, I feel worthless. 5 is not reversed. I complete that successfully. 6 is reversed. Sometimes I do not feel in control of my work. It's being reversed. That is what we call core self-evaluation scale score. 7, overall, I am satisfied with myself. It's not reversed. I am filled with doubts about my competence. It's reversed. 9 is not reversed. I determine what will happen in my life. 10, I do not feel in control of my source or my success in my career. It's being reversed. I'm capable of coping with most of my problems. It's not reversed. 12, there are times when things look pretty bleak and hopeless to me. It's being reversed. This is what we call the core self-evaluation scale scoring key. Then after the total, when you reverse it, you now look at it, you now you now divide by 12 to have the average score. Divide it by 12 to have the average score. We'll go to the next assessment, the value assessment, which is like 30. The value assessment, identifying your personal value, is an important part of a successful career plan. In this context, the word value refers to how you feel about the work himself and the contribution it makes to the society. Most people who pursue work that is congruent with their values feel satisfied and successful in their careers. Work values can be divided into 2 functional categories. The intrinsic value are those that relate to a specific interest in the activities of the work himself and the benefit that the work contributes to the society. Intrinsic Values relate to external features. Most people, in order to feel truly satisfied with their work, must find some personal interest value in it. The following is a list of personal values that many people have identified as being important to them in their career. To begin exploring your own personal work value, rate each value listed with the following scale and add other value you consider essential to your list. What are the rating scale? 1, things I value very much. 2, things I value. 3, things I don't value very much. We'll go to the next, which is, these are the skills, these are the things we look at. What are the personal career values? The personal career value we should look at: 1, help society. Do something which contributes to improving the world we live in. 2, help others. Be directly included in helping other people, either individually or in small group. 3, public contact. Have a lot of day-to-day contact with the public. 4, work with others. Work as a team member towards common goals. Competition. Engage in activities which fit my ability against others. Make decisions. Have the power to decide courses of action and policies. Work under pressure. Work in situations where time pressure is prevalent. Influence people. Be in a position to influence the attitude or opinion of knowledge. Engage, pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Work mastery. Become an expert in whatever work you do or I do. Artistic creativity. Engage in creative artistic expression. General creativity. Have the opportunity to create new materials, organizing structures. Artistic. Participate in studying or appreciating the beauty of things, ideas, etc. Supervision. Have a good job in which I am directly responsible for the work of others. Change and variety. Have work activities which frequently change. Perception work. Work in situation. Stability. Have a work routine and job duty that are largely predictable. Security. Be assured of keeping my job or your job, receiving satisfactory compensation. Recognition. Be publicly recognized for the high quality of your work or my work. Fast pace. Work in circumstances where work must be done rapidly. Excitement. Experience a high degree of or frequent excitement in the course of my work or your work. Adventure. Have work duty which require frequent risk-taking. Financial gain. Have a high likelihood of achieving very great monetary reward for your job or my job. Physical challenge. Do activities that use my physical capability. Independent. Be able to determine the nature of my work or your work without significant direction from others. Moral fulfillment. Feel that my work contributes to a set of moral standards which I feel are very important. Community. Live where I can participate in community affairs, time freedom, be able to work according to my own schedule. In the other slide, which is the slide you are seeing now, add others which are important to you, my 5 most essential values. The next slide talks about the terminal values. Terminal values. In the terminal value, we are going to look at a comfortable life, a prosperous life, exciting life, a stimulating and active life, a sense of accomplishment, lasting contribution, a world of conflict, a world of beauty, beauty of nature and the arts, equality, brotherhood, equal opportunity for all, loved ones, free, independent, free, contentedness, inner harmony, freedom from inner conflicts, mature and spiritual intimacy, natural security, protection from attack, pressure, pleasure, and enjoyable, leisurely life. Social recognition, admiration, true wisdom, understanding of life. All these are very important. What we call terminals. Most essential terminals. Add which are important to you. Add them. Put it on the slide on the chat box. We also look at the instrumental values. These are very important to our topic today. Instrumental values. What do I mean by that? Ambitious, hardworking, aspiring, broad-minded, open-minded, capable, being capable, competent, effectiveness, very important, cheerfulness, light-hearted, joyful, clean, courageous, which is belief, forgiving, very important, willing to pardon others, helpful, working for the welfare of others, being honest, sincere, and truthful, imaginative, being creative, daring, independence, self-reliance, self-sufficient. These are very important. Intellectual, intelligent, and reflective, logical, consistent, rational, very important. Loving, so important. Affectionate and tender, obedient, dutiful and respectful, polite, courageous, and well-being. Being responsible, very important. Self-rule, restraint, and self-discipline. All these are very important. We should also add our own. If you feel that I've not written those you are doing as in regard instrumental value, you can add them on the chat box. So add others which are important to you. My 5 most essential instrumental value, 1 to 5. We also look at slide 38. We look at the skill inventory. The skill inventory. Skill inventory. When we talk about skill inventory, what are we trying to say? Rate yourself in the following skill category using the scale below. 1 equals strong ability in this area. 2, some ability. 3, enough ability to get by with the help from others. 4 equals no ability at all. Be honest when rating yourself and do not compare yourself to others. Use your best estimates of abilities. When we talk of verbal persuasive, we look at the area of writing. Express myself in written form of communication. Talk, relate easily to people in ordinary conversation setting. Relate. Speaking, deliver a talk or address an audience. Persuading, ability to convince others to believe something I hold to be true. Selling, convincing people, others to buy a product, services I'm selling. Dramatic. So go fishing. These are very inventory. Look at the area easily in social nature. Deal with the relatively of people come and establish for information, services, dress appropriately for a variety of interpersonal situation or group occasions. Accept negative feedback. Accept the able to criticism. Irrespective of nobody's so this thing, you can. You should be able to, just like the tension we have been having since, ability to bear it, you cope with it. Irrespective of the tension, the stress, you cope with it. When we look at the skill inventory, we look at the numberings, numericals, work with numerical data. Yes, comfortable with large amount of quantitative data and compelling, interpreting and present data. Most of the thing we are doing is data. All those areas, be keen to it. Be skillful to it, be happy. Solving quantitative problems, reasoning quantitatively so that problem having numerical solutions can be solved without the aid of a computer and other mechanical devices. Sometimes you don't need to. Computer just come on board. Yes, it's very good, but at the same time, you still need to do. Don't depend on computer fully. Try to do something too. Where no computer, we don't have the means of having computer. Doesn't mean problem will not be solved. Now, in numerical value, you can also use computer. Use computer to solve quantitative problems, having knowledge of programming, computer capability, and etc. Investigative. You should be good in that, have the skill in that area. Scientific curiosity. Learn about scientific phenomena and investigate events which may lead to such knowledge. Investigate. You have knowledge. You do researching. It's very important. We have been doing a lot of researching. Even coming here, we did researching before. Everywhere is researching. You gather information in a systematic way for a particular field of knowledge to establish certain facts or principles. It's very important. Technical work. Work easily with practical, mechanical, or industrial aspects of a particular science, professional, or crafts. They are very important. No work that is not important. We need to be able to be skillful in all this area so that when the time comes, you need them, you will be excel. Like the challenges we have been having since, these are the things. You move, you don't need to feel tired or run away from all those. The world is full of challenge. We must make challenge to see who are those, who are who. We also look at the manual and physical. When we talk of manual and physical, we are looking at the area of probably mechanical reasoning. Yes, to woman, you need to have that skill, awareness, know about all these things. That's self-awareness. Be knowledgeable about yourself, about the things around you. They are so important. That one, sorry, you won't be a good person to be able to actualize success. Mechanical reasoning, understand the way that machinery or tool operates and the relationship between operation. Manual dexterity, skills in using your hands. Spatial perception, judge the relationship of in space and visualize the effect of or around. Physical stimuli, physically resistant to fatigue and illness. Outdoor work, familiar with the outdoor, ability to work outdoor without encountering many obstacles. You need to be creative, aesthetic, keenly sensitive to aesthetic values, ability to create work of art. These are very, very important. Imaginative with things, create new ideas and forms with various physical objects. Imaginative with ideas, create new idea program through existing elements in new ways to emerge abstract idea. They are very, very important in creativity. Working with others, yes, you need to work with others, supervising or seeing managers or direct work of others, teaching, helping others learn how to do or understand something, able to provide knowledge and insights, coaching, instruct or in a specific area. Very important. Counseling, engaging in a direct helping relationship with another in situation where the person concerned is not solvable for giving advice. Having managerial skill also is very important. Organization and planning. Develop a program, project, or set of ideas through systematic preparation and arrangement of tasks, coordinating the people, a plan into effects. Orderliness, very important. Arrange ideas, items in a systematic fashion so that such ideas, items, or information can really be used or retrieved. All these are very, very important. And learn details, ability to work, a great value and or value of information, making decision, comfortable in making judgment and reaching conclusion about matters which require specific action, ability to accept responsibility for consequence of such action. These are very, very important. An assignment, list the top 10 to 5 skills that you rated early and the category from which they came. Provide a specific example of a time when used is which we are going to treat also tomorrow. So we need to thank God for today. We thank God for all what we have discussed so far. In the name of our Lord, who has given us the grace. I need to appreciate IIU, International Internship University. IIU International Internship University is a leading education system, a global brand configuration, which is the most valuable and trusted world, a well-reputed in delivering innovative program. To appreciate them very well. So I'm going to do all the areas so that we can see question, all these ones will be done tomorrow. They will all be done tomorrow. Those who didn't get this will be able to get it proper tomorrow. There are so many of them. We're going to do tomorrow. I don't want to finish everything today. It can be done today, but I don't want to. So by tomorrow, let us get prepared. By tomorrow, we should be able to. That's as I was saying. International Internship University is a leading virtual education system, a global brand configuration, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide, a well-reputed in delivering innovative program. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training program and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 159 countries and 6 continents under the strong leadership of its advocate Ph.D, a committed visionary and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. We have a mission. It's good to know all this. So when you know, you'll be able to impart your people, you'll be interested in what we are doing, which I want us to be interested. By the time we are interested, the world will be at peace. We are pursuing that education and the world want peace to emanate all over. Everybody should be happy, educated. Like vision, we are looking at SDG 230 to make sure everybody knows. That's why we are giving this education. I thank God for how you have been making. So that's why I need to let us know about our vision. Many students lack the opportunity of quality education when they opt from skill and learning-based venture. IIU provide the perfect opportunity for those students who want to pursue their studies and want to research in the field of technology, science, and social humanity. We aim at providing internship along with a golden chance of completing their diploma or professional degree virtually with no fees and at their homes. This opportunity will to gain experience and get guidance from mentors from their respective natures. We believe that students can avail any course or degree without wasting their money on transportation or any other unnecessary charges, and will have full access to the online lecture. Students can finish their graduation of course in 3 and 5 years without visiting the campus physically. Yes. IIU made it possible for every curious learners to benefit from its credit system to finish their undergraduate UG or postgraduate PG degree while offering an excess of choices for them. It will be a gateway of success to their desired profession by eliminating all the possible hurdles. We open the door for everyone at a global level who would love to avail the courses virtually and would admire those who cease their studies for various purposes to achieve excellence in the field of virtual education at an affordable price and free education for the underprivileged, reaching every child at every door across the world. Provision of information online and virtual education for maintaining the global quality that meets the teaching and the learning needs of IIU academy and research community. A gateway of success of one desired profession by eliminating all the possible hustles and opportunities for students to gain experience and also to get guidance for mentors across the globe are very, very important. I know if you have any question, put it on the chat box. Tomorrow we appreciate God. Thank you, every one of you, all our listeners, educators, and supporters. Empower you, going to empower us as we keep on empowering others. Our closing prayer. Dear Lord, teach me to always be true and honest in my emotion, words, and actions. Give me the courage to do what is right and noble in your sight, so I can be humble instrument to lift your light. Amen. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Richie, I thank you very much for all the inconveniences. I thank you, everybody, for all the inconveniences. God come to bless us. Tomorrow is another day, and tomorrow we are going to do our best. Thank you very much. God bless you all. It's a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.